Hello, greetings, welcome, bienvenue. Hi. Excuse me, fluffy, a bit of a frog in my throat, but today is fluffy jumper day. I got this in the local shop. I was actually looking for a nice, I need a new shirt or a nice smart top to go out. You know, this is for the christening. And I just, I was looking around. I did find a nice shirt. You see that in a few vlogs earlier. But then I saw this in the sale rack, and it's way oversized. I think it's like two. Because I normally get a 1XL, and so it might be a 2 or 3, or I think it's a 20. My shirt I think I got was a 22, and this is like a 24. So it's really, really baggy. But that's okay, because I like, sometimes you want your shirts or your t-shirts and things just nice and cozy and that sort of thing. But jumpers can be baggy. Jumpers can be big and baggy. Even hoodies can be big and baggy because you want them to get over layers of other clothing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of baggy jumpers, and I am wearing, I've got the moomins underneath, but it got cold again. We had a nice couple of warm days, so we had our summer. It was nice. I'm glad I was outside for it. And now it's gone cold again. So that's not fun. But yeah, otherwise I'm well. Pretty good. Just been chilling on a Saturday afternoon. Again, not going to the cinema because Adam's got late work today. And he's not happy about it because he was supposed to finish at 5 and he was still there as of like 6:30, I think. So that's not fun for him. And he's got an early start tomorrow, so even more less fun. I don't know if that's a sentence, but he's working over the weekend, so there you go. But otherwise, not much else occurring. Still haven't put my Harry Potter stuff away because I was going to show it to him. I was like, hey, look, got this stuff. Yeah. Still not sure where I'm going to put my placemats. Like, do I put them just to one side with the prints and stuff? I guess I could. I don't know. But that's that. So, not much going on today. Just chilling out, playing Zelda, listening to podcasts. I'm listening to the Sidekick NerdSync Sidekick channel stream. It's like a 3-hour stream, but it's just so neat and conversational, and I like it. So there's that. So that's a good thing. But anyway, questions. The book with the questions in it. Should we see what today is? That's what we're here for. That's why we're doing this. Alright then. Oh dear. Have you ever broken up with a friend? What happened? Yes, but not dramatically. So, as I've alluded to a couple of times, we've, as a family, have moved a couple of times. I think at least once when I was actually very little, like I don't remember it. And then, sorry, I don't know, I'm fussing. But yeah, we moved when I was about 11, 12. I was in the second year of senior school. And then we were in Peterborough for 2 years. So that was another school. And then we moved back in the middle of my GCSE years. For those of you international, I'm assuming it's still the same system. But when I was at school, it was like 5 years of compulsory senior school. From about 11, 12, depending on when your birthday is. Until usually 16, 17 again, depending on your thing. I think they changed now so you can leave at an earlier age, but that means you don't necessarily do your exams, so it's not recommended. So I was, I finished school. I did actually, I finished everything, but so I did 2 years in one school, 2 years in another school, and then the last year was in a third school. And then, but the last 2 years are your option years, where you basically get to choose. I think in America they call it elective. At least that's what I get from listening to other people talk about it. And so between those years, I sort of changed schools, which isn't good anyway. So you've got like different coursework and different bits and pieces. And one of the schools we had the first school I went to had integrated humanities, and the second school I went to had separate humanities, geography, and religious studies. And then the third one went back to integrated humanities, and because I was so far behind on the coursework, the teacher was like, well, you still have to be in class, but you can sort of, you can participate in group conversation if you want, that's fine, but obviously you're not going to be able to do the exams, so we're not going to stress you out about the coursework, but you can do study for other lessons if you want, sort of quietly in the background. So I was like a half, I was still learning, I was still in class, I was still learning stuff, but when other people would be doing coursework time, I'd be doing other study, which is fair enough. But I never really had many best friends at school, but obviously there were people in my class and that I did talk to and I got on with. So because of the moving a couple of times, I did sort of end up leaving the people that I had kind of made friends with. But within those, I had like my best friend growing up. We didn't actually break up, but we went to different secondary schools. So there was that. We tried to keep in touch, but that kind of drifted. I've seen her again like as an adult, and we sort of say hey and catch up now and again. I see her around, so we're still friendly there. There was a girl when I was in Peterborough I met. She was in a park, and I walked past her one day, and she looked kind of lonely and sad, and I don't know, and so I just sort of went, hello, I'm Michelle, you look sad, are you okay? And we got chatting, and she was in Australia. And again, I went, like, we were friends for a while, and that was kind of going okay. And then I went around her place one time, and there's, oh yeah, she's not here, she must eat, and like, that kind of just drifted. I'm not sure what happened there, but again, I hope she's well. Look what this went on a little while later. I was at, I was at college. Yeah, so I was in college for a little while doing media studies, and I met Heather, who again is someone I'm still friends with, but I don't see her on the regular. Just sort of every now and again. She wants to accuse me of being a fair weather friend. It's like, oh yeah, I only see you when it's like, every now and again. It's just, she doesn't have a smartphone, so she doesn't, her texts are always very short, and she usually prefers email, and I'm very bad at replying to email, but, when we do hook up, it's always nice to sort of spend time together. And then, like, when I was living in Dorset for a little while, I had a pen pal, and we kind of, like, stopped writing to each other. So I've never had anyone like I've never had a big argument with anyone. I've never had a big falling out collective. I mean, yeah, there's been like within the school dynamics, there was like the group of people I was working on a project with, and we kind of got a bit at each other at one point. It was really funny. She called me Goggle Freak, which made me laugh because she also wore glasses. And there was a kid making Donald Duck things. I don't even know. I wasn't that upset by it. We weren't like besties. So yeah, I'm not like I've never fought with anyone. I've never had arguments with people that I've been kind of friends with, but I've never had big big falling outs with people. I mean, Adam and I have had our moments where we've had like disagreements, but usually they were work related. This was back when he was my supervisor at the store, and so it was like he had to have a go at me. He had to tell me off because, he's been told that he's got to tell me off. And even then it wasn't like an argument. It was like, look, Michelle, you need to sort this out. We're okay. We need to see. There was one time we were just like sat round here and just like for a good hour just talking out work kind of stuff. So yes, in the sense I've had friendships that have kind of drifted in and out and sort of kind of lost contact. I mean, there's people I've lost contact with that I don't think I'll ever hear from again, and I hope they're well. And then there are, people that I still see now and again. So it's kind of it goes back and forth. So there's that. And then obviously the only real breakup I ever had with my ex, and that there was probably like arguments, but kind of like tension arguments where we sort of stopped getting along and we weren't. And we kind of just broke up, but even then we stayed friends. And, I still see them on Twitter. So that's interesting. So, yeah, I mean, I've drifted in and out with people, but I've never had what you could call a breakup. I mean, I suppose with me and Adam. I mean, they're like, I talk about my friend from right back in the day. There were other friends that I knew from that primary school, that junior school that, yeah, again, I drifted with. That I haven't really quite touched base with again. But nothing dramatic, no big, you know, huffy puffy arguments, and I'm never speaking to that person again kind of stuff, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, I can't imagine me and Adam breaking up. But I think that would be heartbreaking if it happened. But that would probably be the closest, if something dramatically happened between me and Adam, that would probably be the closest to come to a friendship breakup, and I'd probably cry. But it hasn't happened. We're still good friends, even though he's not here and he stood me up again for the movie. Going on the internet so hard at the moment. Ah. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not angry with him. I'm more angry with this work. It's fine. But speaking of friends, if you want to be friends with me, you could like me over here and say hey. That'd be cool. Otherwise, you can, you know, do the like, share, subscribe thing, you know, because you're supposed to ask, even though nobody's actually watching these videos. But you know, got to say these things. But otherwise, yeah, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So that's today's ramble about friendships. Feel free to comment and tell me if you've had like bad friendship breakups or haven't had friendship breakups. That's always nice to hear as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on that. So I've been Michelle. You've been listening. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.